my amazing group of well-oiled builders. Hi guys, I love you all. And then my awesome Rock Your doTERRA business group. So just gonna wait just a second to see if we are connected good and a couple people popping on just so that I know that everything is going good on the technical side. So if you can hear me okay, would you mind just giving me a thumbs up or something so that I know I'm not talking to myself? All right, cool. Thank you so much. All right, so I know it's Labor Day, but your dreams don't sleep or take a break, right? So I'm going to talk with you guys a little bit about the lie that is in actually chapter 2 of this book, because I just feel like it's really important for us to start off on that one. And that is the lie of you're going to start doTERRA tomorrow, or you're going to get back to doTERRA tomorrow, or you're going to pick it back up tomorrow. Um, if you don't have the book yet that we're kind of going through and applying it to our doTERRA business, then you'll want to pick up Girl Wash Your Face by Rachel Hollis. You can download it on Audible, you can buy it on Amazon, you can probably get it from your library. But what this book is it's a bunch of lies that we tell ourselves. And in doing that, we don't become the person that we are meant to be, or we don't fully achieve the dreams that we want to achieve. This book is actually really hitting home with me. I told some of you guys my story yesterday of how I've just been really uninspired, uncreative. When I sit down to work, I end up watching something on Netflix. Don't know who to call, don't know how to even really get back in it. And so I was telling myself the lie that I deserve this time when, I've had some pretty bad things happen in my family the last few months, just adjustments, to different kinds of illnesses that's going on with my parents. So, and it's just, I've been very unmotivated. And so I think a lot of you guys have commiserated with me, feel the same way. And so I think we just need to pick and pull ourselves out of this funk that we're in, and let's do it together. I think there's power in numbers, and with a tribe of wellness warriors doing it together, I just can't even imagine the ripple effect that will happen across our communities, across our schools, across our, works or jobs, or mom communities, and whatever our network is. It just could be absolutely amazing. So the first lie that we tell ourselves is we're going to start back tomorrow. Let me tell you guys that tomorrow will never ever come. And I've been telling myself this pretty much all summer, haven't you? So I'll start back in September. I'll start back in August when the kids go back to school. I'll start back after my parents are settled in their new routine. I'll start back, when my team is doing better and doing it with me. I'll start back, blah, blah, blah. All these different excuses that we tell ourselves, and we end up never ever starting back. I know a lot of people who have quit this business at the rank of diamond and above, and it was because they never ever started back. They never got back into it, and they quit in the first place. So how can we get through this lie that we're telling? So the reason why we're talking about this is a lot of the times we don't even recognize the lies that we're telling ourselves until they're brought before us. So a lot of you, when I shared, some of the lies that I was telling myself, you were like, oh my gosh, this just hit home with me. And you never had thought about it before. So that's why we're talking about these lies that we tell ourselves, because it might ring home for you. And once you recognize a pattern in your own life and in your own behavior, then you're able to change what you've been doing and start making better habits and start doing different things to break through the funk that you're going in. I will be honest with you guys. In my Rock Your doTERRA business group, I'm streaming on 2 different Facebook lives right now. So I'll respond to each of you guys if you have questions. But some of you guys are still saying excuses. I asked you guys to put down, comment without blaming it on anybody else. And some of you guys still are blaming where you're at on somebody else. So go see if that's you, and then change how you are speaking to yourself. This is how we change our habits, and this is how we become better at ourselves. So I really, really loved this chapter in this book because this is me. I have started so many things and I haven't stopped. doTERRA is the longest business that I've ever done. I've started schools and I haven't stopped. One of my biggest accomplishments was finishing massage therapy school. I still can't believe I finished it. I have 2 more months to finish my herbalism school. I've been in it for 2 years. I should have finished like a year and a half ago. There are so many things that I have started and I haven't, and I've quit. I never finish. And so this just helped me recognize that pattern that I'm doing in my own life. And her example actually is so true for me. She gives the example of how she was addicted to Diet Coke. I have been addicted to Diet Coke for 20 years. I mean, I love Diet Coke. I don't really drink it much anymore because I've gotten off of it and I've found a healthier alternative. But I've been addicted to Diet Coke. And so she opens up the chapter about how she was addicted to Diet Coke and how this habit, she's tried for so long to break through and just never has been able to, until one day she just made the decision that she wasn't going to quit and that she wasn't going to buy a Diet Coke, have any kind of Diet Coke in her life, and she broke through that addiction. What we have in our society is, our society shows us, it spends a lot of time focusing on what to do when we fall off the wagon, rather than teaching us how to stay on it in the first place. And that was a quote from this book that I really, really was like, oh my gosh, that's totally true. Like we have all these things about what to do when to fall off the wagon, whether it's with addiction or, other different things that we have in our life. But how do we actually stay on the wagon in the first place? Here's an awesome example. We all need friendships in our life. We all need best friends and people to, be a part of, to enjoy life together with. What if you had a friend who was always bailing on you, always canceling on you? Anytime you wanted to go to the movies or on a date or grab some wine, she always canceled. How would that make you feel? Would you respect her as a woman? Would you respect her as a friend? Would you want to continue being a part of her life? And the answer is no. I mean, we would not want to have that kind of distrust and that kind of a friend if they were constantly bailing on us. And so this applies to you too. Your subconscious knows that you yourself, you cannot be trusted after breaking so many plans and giving up on so many goals. So on the flip side, have you ever known somebody who kept their word? Maybe it's somebody on your team, a leader. I have a couple leaders on my team. They are amazing. They keep their word. They help me with the groups. They, when I go like AWOL, they are there supporting the group when I am not there. Do you have somebody like that in your life? If you are constantly making and breaking promises to yourself, you're not making promises at all. You're just talking. When you really want something, guys, you are going to find a way to get it. You will find a way. When you don't really want something, you're going to find an excuse. And so if we apply that to doTERRA, let's just take doTERRA out of it, okay? Because I don't always like, that's not what we're all about, okay? We are about our whole person, whoever we are, moms, dads, teachers, corporate workers. When you want something in your life so bad, you will find a way to get it. So here's what we need to kind of think about. We need to change our mindset, and we need to, instead of setting a standard for ourselves that we are going to break, we need to set a standard for ourselves that we are not going to break. And it starts with setting goals. And you don't have to set a big goal. I've never been about rank in this business. I've never been about, you need to be elite by this date, and if you don't, then you suck. You know, I don't believe that. Instead, I like setting goals that are attainable, that push me, that challenge me, that help me to step out of my comfort zone, that allow me to grow and challenge me to be a better person, that are goals that are not easy for me either. You know, there's some things that I just absolutely hate doing in this business, but I know that they are necessary to this business, so I'm going to do them anyway. But there's also things that aren't really necessary, playing on Facebook, you know, posting a bunch of graphics on my profile, all that. I don't find that necessary to growing in this business, so I'm not going to do them. Or I'm going to do them very minimally. So what you need to do when you set a standard of where you are going to end up, you have got to fight through your instinct, fight through your history, fight through your patterns, and change it. That is how we become a better person. So you also have to intentionally keep the commitment, keep the promise, keep the idea in front of you. One thing that this causes you to do, and this is what I really, really love, I love living a slow life. I do not like being busy all the time. I do not like the hustle. I've actually given up the hustle. I don't feel like I have to be the mama boss or the girl boss or the lady boss or whatever the hashtags are. I want to be Jackie. I want to be Jackie to my full potential. I want to be the leader that I'm supposed to be. I want to be the wellness advocate that I'm meant to be. And I want to become greater in doing that. So what this causes me to do is to really make my priorities my priorities. And it keeps me from committing to too many different things. So if I have a you know, it causes you to slow down in your life and to really make those things priorities, those priorities important to you, that are important to you, you know. And when you start doing this, and when you start committing to your goals and your promises to yourself, and you know, when you start being true to yourself and committing, not only do you value yourself and find yourself valuable, but you also don't commit to those things that aren't important anymore, and they kind of fall aside. And the people that are speaking lies into your life, whether they're an authority figure or a parent or a husband or a spouse or a best friend, those people become mute to you. So you won't just, when you become this person, and when you slow down, and when you are take your goals seriously and yourself seriously, you are going to teach yourself a new way to behave for the person that you are truly are, not the one you've dreamed about becoming, but the one that you practice to be every single day. You'll set a goal and you'll surprise yourself when you actually achieve it. So I hope that this spoke to you guys, because I really felt like this is how I wanted to kick off this Girl Get Back to Work series. here's some things that we can apply to our life, that we can go from here. Because we can't just listen to something like this, or we can't just read a chapter like this and then not do anything. Like, that is our old pattern. Like, we've got to break through that. So what I want you guys to do is start with one small goal. Okay, I know it's Labor Day, but you're watching this on Facebook, so you obviously have time, even if you only have a bathroom break. I want you to set a small goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be something enormous, because we want this to be achievable this month. Something that you can do in the month of September in your doTERRA business, and something that you will achieve, and that nothing will keep you from achieving this goal. And just start with a small goal. And I'm not going to tell you what to set as a goal, guys. I know everyone's like, all right, what is it? Give me something to do. That's your job. I can't tell you what to do for your business that is going to change your life. That's like we said this yesterday. The one truth that we can hold before us always is that you are in control of your dream, and you are in control of your goals. I mean, nobody gonna value it as much as you do. You know, my dreams and my goals, even my husband will not value them as much as I do. And so that is for you to decide and to do. And if you need some suggestions, go through my launch course again. If you want to pick back up in this business, you start back from scratch. The beautiful thing about this business is that you can do that. You know, it's not complicated at all. We learn how to teach classes and one-on-ones, and then we teach others to do it. And then once we're doing that, we coach people. And that's what we do. And so if you're not doing that, then start back from scratch. Go back through the launch course. In my Rock Your Business group, it's in the pinned post. It's a website. Everything's there for you. You just have to start. Connect with your team. If you haven't talked with your leaders, if you haven't talked with your customers all summer, then do that. Make a goal of connecting with 10 of your customers a week if you have a bigger team. If you have a smaller team, make a goal of connecting with one of them a week. Set a goal that you will achieve this month, and you won't break it. You're not going to go back to your old habit of drinking Diet Coke. Okay, you're going to do it. You're going to go for it, and you're going to achieve this goal. Number 2, be careful with your commitments. You only commit to the things that you know that you can accomplish because they are incredibly important to you. If you don't do that, you guys are going to set yourself up for failure. So only commit to those things that you are going to be able, not just in your business, I'm talking about in life in general. And the reason why I posted my cleaning schedule for you guys yesterday, it might have sounded completely off topic, but for me, I've got to get organized so that I free up my mind, my mental energy, and my physical space so that I'm able to work. And so that is something that I have to do. I have to, if there's clutter, like even my kids, they're so annoyed that if they're done drawing, I can't stand paper and pens being on the table. I'm not a clean freak either. I just can't stand mental and physical clutter. So clear up that space and only commit to the things that are truly important to you. And then lastly, start being honest with yourselves. Be honest with yourself about what you're blowing off, about who you're blowing off, because it begins to add up. Whose text messages aren't you responding to? What leader on your team is trying to get a hold of you and needs you, and you just can't even? You need to. All right. We need to take a good look at what we have been blowing off in our life, in our business in the last 30 days. And you might be shocked to discover how you're training yourself to behave. So those are the 3 challenges I have for you. Start with a small goal, be careful with your commitments, and start being honest with yourself. And get back to work. Don't start tomorrow, start today. I'm doing this with you guys. I'm not going to be a hypocrite, and I'm doing this with you. So I hope that this first lie spoke to some of you guys. I hope that it is kind of eye-opening to those of you who have been saying this. Remember that you are amazing. You are an incredible human being. You were not thrown into this business by chance. It was ordained for you to be a part of doTERRA. If you're on my team, you're not here for a reason. You're here because you are meant to be a part of my team. If you're in my group, Rock Your doTERRA Business, maybe a leader added you to it. You're here for a reason. You have an incredible dream. Maybe you're scared poopless to write it down or to admit it or to even think about it. You are capable of achieving your dreams. You are capable of growing your business. You are capable of hitting that goal. You are capable of becoming the mom, the wife, the husband, the dad, the leader, the teacher, whatever you are, the person that you want to be. Your destiny, your dreams are in your hands. Nobody can and nobody will help you with it. Like, you are on your own and you can do this. You have a network of support, whether it be a part of your team or your upline or your family, your parents, but you can do this. And I am so excited to see that you guys are here. I'm excited to go through this with you. These lies are just hitting home with me, and I hope that they hit home with you. And I hope that we are able to stop the patterns that we're creating in our life. And we are I just keep seeing a bunch of women like warriors, almost like Wonder Woman, all together, going after the same dreams, of promoting wellness throughout our communities. It's incredible. So I'm so excited, guys. I hope that you have a wonderful Labor Day. I hope you have a great week. I'll be on Facebook Live in the next few days to go over the next lie, which is actually chapter 1 in this book. So if you guys want to get caught up and read chapter 1 and 2. Chapter 1 is the lie that something else will make me happy. And those are the two that we're going to work on this week. So, all right, have a wonderful Labor Day. I love all of you guys, and we'll see you guys on the next Facebook Live. Bye.